can't believe I bought all that ETH at $89. Man, what am I gonna do with it? Oh, the mic's on, my bad. and I figured out how to do it. I finally did it right. I think I got it. Look, I got a pillow here to match my shirt because I was sleeping on my desk. That's how I was able to stream for 6 hours in the last 24 hours. Shout out to each and every one of you for being here. Thank you for being here. Do you feel motivated? Do you feel ready? Do you feel amazing, baby? For the ETH merge, Bitcoin above 20K. What do you got to lose? Throw the dice in the game, baby. Shout out to each and every one of you for being here. I feel absolutely exuberant and wonderful. Let's get that lemon out. Let's get that lemon squeezed into the jar. Ooh, oh no, that was a bit of a messy one there. Ugh. But let's do damage, baby. Everybody, where's your doing damage mug? Let's get ready. Shout out to each and every one around. Shout out to each and every one of you. I'm going to load up BOOKMAP while I take a big little sipiola of the lemanola. Shout out to each and every one of you for being here. Thank you so much for tuning on into the Crypto Lifer Show and calling yourself Crypto Lifers. Where are my lifers at? Can I get the likes up to the watchers? I would greatly appreciate it. 300 people on the live, 143 people. The intro was sick, and the Chiefs play tonight. Let's go. Shout out to the Stanford Mind Co. LLC. Shout out to you and yours, man. You're the best. Dude, always hitting me with the $4.99 Super Chat a day. God bless you and yours. May you mine till the end of time. And I'm telling you right now, all you need is, babe, can I have a little coffee? Little coffee? Smidgen? Let's take a look at what's happening for Bitcoin at 20,150. Holding in the zone here. Trading in the zone. Liquidity a little higher here at 20,500. Not much down here at 19,008. However, they could pull us down if we can't kind of get a ledge to hang on. 20,140 right now. Let's take a look at the perp with his Binance Futures, OKX, and Bybit. Gives you really where the liquidity in the entire market. I mean, that's going to nail it for you. And you can see we do have much more liquidity up here and up here. They seem to want to drag us to at least 20,200. Not amazing, though, right? It's not amazing. Pretty lackluster for a Thursday, all right? I was looking at this, MARA. This thing looks highly likely to make a bit of a move. Look at the 1 hour on that. That's a digital holding company, right? Might have got some love based on what I believe was the ETH merge, which gave this, I think this gave it some love because their proof is, you know what I'm saying? It's something interesting. I'll take a look at the dollar index for you right off the bat as well as we bring in the music. Tommy, bring in that music, baby. Don't let us go without that music. Shout out to everybody here on the live. So that's a double top for the DXY. This is the dollar that I'm looking at. Ooh, of course. I always do it. So I was looking at Mara. Look, Mara in a falling wedge, about to break to the upside, looking scrumptious. DXY. And let's take a look back at BOOKMAP. Sorry, here's BOOKMAP. BOOKMAP here has the liquidity sitting. You can see we're kind of locked and loaded on both sides. Really, you know, up here we do have this 491 at 20,450 probably, you know, in between. There you have it. Hey, Sam, how much of your profits do you reinvest and how much do you pull out percentage-wise? At this point, everything I have in crypto, I just continue to keep in. And I use it to trade for more. So, yeah, I mean, it depends. I mean, I don't have like an exact, this is what I do. I'll tell you, I mean, I give away my special sauce, but people don't realize, all right? To make the most money, in my humble opinion, right, is to always have a bag swing trading. I keep a bag swing trading, right? And whatever I make in, I continue to use, unless it's like, you know, I have a goal. Like, but my goals are big. Like, for instance, the next bull run, I plan on taking at least, you know, $400,000 out to invest in a home. You know what I mean? So, like, those are things that you think about. So, and you have a number, and you got to have a goal. In my opinion, I'm not a financial advisor, but I have a goal. You should have a goal for what you want to do with your money. Again, I can't tell you what to do with your money, and I'm not a financial advisor, as you can see. But having when a person has a goal for their money, it makes it easier for them to sell a coin or stock in order to enable them to utilize it better in their life. So, you know, and it comes down to everything. Have a plan. Wow, see, I was so tired. I was like, is that possible? And I looked at it twice, too, right? How is that possible? That's when you know you've been up all night, right? Thank you, brother. That's been fixed now. Hopefully they fixed it too. Thank you. I won't mention it. I won't mention the unmentioned. A lot of people didn't see it. You know that? They saw it and didn't see it. You get it? Because their mind made it right. So look, 20,000 right here, 598, 588, coming down. You know what I'm saying? You can see more liquidity now stacking. This isn't giving us a lot of information today. Sometimes it doesn't. Sometimes it, this is kind of, saying, okay, we'll go lower, we'll go to 20K. Now you got to get back in. 27 per gains on Cat yesterday. Shout out to the lifer, baby. God bless. Shout out to Lalula. Thank you for jumping on in. Hey, you made the trade. Shout out to you. I may have put it on the radar. Look at this. Double top on the dollar. We're going to break down the dollar index right here. Double top of the dollar. Oversold, overbought on the 4-hour stochastics and not able to get above this resistance. Head and shoulder here, and here we go. And can we start a downtrend for the dollar with a high, a lower low, a lower high, and a lower low? We want to see this continue to the downside, all right? We don't want to see some type of consolidated flag here that could break on out. So we're going to watch the dollar closely. Either we make a flag and consolidate, or this double top breaks us to the downside. 68% chance we're going to break down, and with the added pressure of the stochastics, it's more likely, all right? We do have a little place of support where the dollar may find at about 108.02. So I'd like to see this happen and dump to the downside. Again, we showed you this many times. What was it? It was bearish divergence. There's your high. There's your high. Here's your high. Here's your high. That is a swing up to swing up, swing down to swing down. That is called bearish divergence. All right? We got the same thing here. It was on a bigger scale on the daily time frame. All right? I got this swing up to swing up here. But these swung to the downside. That was also bearish divergence. So you had what I call double bearish divergence there. Shout out to everybody here. Can I get the likes up to the watchers? 230 likes just doesn't happen. It's very rare. We get the likes all the way up, baby. We had 7,000 people watch the stream last night. 7,000. All right? No, like 6,800, baby. Does this look, you know what I'm saying? Does this look the same group of people that made this? Look at 6,900. This thing is still going up. I think people don't know which one to get into. They're not sure which one is the live. I think that's what's going on. Because I did such a different time live. The algo's like, whoa, 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 whoa. But that's why if you're here, the 491 people, I need you to hit the, it's more imperative now than ever that you hit the like button more. And I've never really asked. Usually I'm just like, hit the like button. Now I'm like begging. I'm like, you got to really hit it. Because you need to kick the algorithm in to let everyone know that this is the stream. And it's really important that you do that. Because we're going to go over a bunch of things. We're going to teach everybody. We're going to get a good idea of what's happening in the market. And do you want to hold that from someone else, or do you want to spread it to the world? Okay? So we're going to break down Bitcoin. We're going to show you so many things today. They're going to get you going. So there's the dollar index in a bit of a nutshell. All right? We kind of know what we're up against here. This double top, we'd like to see it break to the downside, overbought on the 4-hour time frame. Come on down, baby. Now the 1 hour says it can continue to move. Bit of a cup and handle, really, if you look at it. That could be a cup. I've never really, Sammy cup and handy to the upside against the Chiefs. And tonight is the weekly screen share. Tonight we're doing Zoom because that program messes up my audio every single week, and it messes up the audio for like 2 to 3 days. It gets into the nitty-gritty of my hardware, and I don't know what goes on, but it's horrible. So this is what we don't want to see. Are you seeing this now? This is what we don't want to see. You see this cup and handy? To the upside. Dollar index would take you to 110.39. All right. Right now, the 1 hour suggests that we will get a pump. When we pump, we don't want to break above resistance. So 1 hour can come back up or go halfway up. This is the stochastics RSI here. And we don't want to make, we want to see basically some type of head and shoulders, some type of triple top. We don't want to see a breakout and a retest here. So that's close. And why are we watching this so closely? This is the dollar index, everyone. If you're new, if you're a beginner, who here is a beginner and has never seen the dollar index on a chart? Who's here never seen the dollar index on a chart? Sandy, cup and handy. Rodney, I need some Rasta-colored crypto-themed socks that say doing damage. Zoom is a good choice. If you're on the fence about the 99, so was I. I learned so much in 3 short days, I feel it's worth it. Also, seeing more green than I was before joining. Thank you, Sam, for all you do, bro. Relaxing reality escape. God bless you and yours. Thank you so much for the love. Thank you so much for the testimonial live on the stream. Emery, I am currently working with some friends about investing with me. The socks are coming, I promise. If the socks aren't here by my birthday of April 1st, no, if the socks aren't here by April 1st of 2023, we're going to have a serious issue, Rodney, me and you. I'm going to give you 4 months to get those socks ready. If I don't see a website and socks ready, if I can't buy a pair of those socks, if I can't order my own CryptoLifer socks, you should have, like, upload your own logo. Should have that option on the site where they can just kind of do whatever they want to do. Let them do that too. You know what I'm saying? You should have all your own designs, and then you should have like a little link like create, upload your own design into one of our already nice designs where they just like put the logo in a nice spot and pick a color or two or something. I think that would be a good idea. All right. All right, someone is screaming. So we got ETH broke to the downside here. Let's look at Ethereum. All right. So last night, right, we were in this little flag. Had a measured move to about up here, right, 1687. However, I kept saying, if you can't get above resistance, expect more downside. And I said ETH must break above 1650 to keep moving. It didn't. And when it didn't, and you got the candle to close below it, that was your short. And I said that on the live stream, did I not? Who was watching this morning at 5 a.m., 4 a.m., 3 a.m., whenever we were? I will merge with Rodney's socks. So will I. I can't wait to have Rodney's socks. I'm kind of itchy. I just got to, it feels so good. Sorry. Even had to get into a button there, There you go. Oh, man. So ETH is dumping to the downside here. It got rejected. Couldn't make it above 1650, and then it got rejected again. However, this is a falling wedge, and we are extremely oversold. 15-minute has legs to go to the downside. And look, you can kind of see here, it's not easy, but that's a shoulder, that's a head, that's a shoulder. That'll break you down, down. 15-minute doesn't have much more legs to go, though. I bet the 7-minute is pinned. 7-minute has, interesting, 5-minute must be pinned. No, 1 minute is pinned. It is, yeah. But you don't even have divergence too sharply. Let me look at this pattern again. It's not that bad. I mean, it's holding the trend line. It's a good sign. I want to see the 1 hour dump here for ETH. Get to the bottom of the channel. Pump back to the upside. I'm actually very bullish for ETH to make a beautiful move here. So let me show you what I see happening for Ethereum for the next 2 days. I'm going to make a call for you real quick that ETH is going to go to the upside. Why am I saying that? Well, there's some tricks up my sleeve that I may or may not know. I can't convey everything that this little brain of mine can sniff out. Okay? But to me, this is a falling wedge that they fell out of. They broke back into. See, that was your diagonal support and resistance, right? Resistance, resistance, resistance. Now support, support, support. You just got to stay on the other side of this diagonal line here and not break down into that area, okay? Very oversold in the smaller time frames and the 1 hour time frame. Right here, you have a divergence. As you can see, and we did bounce to the upside off of that divergence. All right. Okay, so that's when you're supposed to answer me when I give you a moment. Anyway, so 1847, right? Also, I think a lot of people are forgetting of Ethereum is now deflationary. There is less Ethereum hitting the market. This will take time to have an effect. Welcome to the greatest education in crypto ever. Thank you for saying that. Shout out to Rodney Robinson for always standing by and being there. Shout out to the testimonial I woke up to from Rodney. It was amazing. Thank you, Rodney. I appreciate it. So I'm expecting a bounce for ETH to the upside based on how low these stochastics are, based on how they got people scared, but I don't know. We got some strong support here on this line, on this trend line. Now, if the trend line breaks, by all means, we were looking for somewhat what's called a bearish retest of this line or possibly this line, and these are going to be short, beautiful short areas if we do fall out of the pattern. So I'm open-minded. A proper trader is open-minded. See, people watch me and they're like, and you're like, a proper trader is open-minded at any given shape and time. Now, I'm still giving a call, so I can be wrong tomorrow when this dumps. If this dumps, I'll say, I was wrong. I thought, I believe it's likely ETH will pump to the upside based on the chart, though. It's not really what I believe. It's based on the charts. All right. I know 4-hour looks a little funny, though. Interesting. Let me see. 4-hour looks a little funny. I'm a pattern trader. Up, down, up, down. It's very likely we head to the top of this pattern. It's just very, very likely, in my humble opinion. I'll be open-minded to the bearish retest as well, and I'm not going to be biased. It doesn't have to happen. It doesn't have to happen, but I'm just open-minded to the idea. Now, again, at the end of the day, if a candle does not close on the 4-hour or the daily above 1650, short it. Or if we fall back here and you can't get a candle close above 1500, short it. So these are going to be some significant areas. You got 1500 right here. You got 1650, 1634, these two little areas, and then up here top at 1780, is going to be the big boy resistance there. So, and then at the end of the day, I got this already locked and loaded for you. You're making what's called a symmetrical triangle, in my humble opinion, right? Which has a measured move either way. There it's about 32, 33%. The measured move here would take you to 21.78 or down to about 12.13, all right? And I can even slap a nice price note on there and make it nice and big for you. You hit Control-C, Control-V, you get the same thing wherever you want, just like you're using Word documents. And so this is the idea. I mean, these are your two ranges for ETH. You got a POC right here that you're fighting with. If you get above it, if you get above the POC, you'll use it as support, and you will bounce all the way up to this liquidity zone. If you fall below it, you'll likely go the other way. This is how important the POC is. And you can see how this is where we are. I mean, this is... So everyone's like, well, how do you trade ETH? I mean, you look at the 1 hour and the 15. If they're both oversold, there's a chance we get a nice bounce to the upside. So... And again, we could break this trend and continue to dump. What I'd be looking for is the 1 minute for a bearish retest. Look, we broke the trend line now, in my humble opinion. That's bearish city. And it's Bitcoin taking ETH to the ground, see? Bitcoin tanking to 1990, all right? Let's talk about Bitcoin, because this is why ETH is moving. It's not really ETH, it's Bitcoin. And I usually don't spend a lot of time on Bitcoin, right? And you can see why now. Dollar index does want to pounce to the upside on the 1 hour, which tells me for most of the day, we're going to have some trouble. Bitcoin's going to struggle while the dollar index pumps. However, then the dollar index will be overbought on the 1 hour and the 4 hour, and Friday into Saturday, it looks like we'll have our Bitcoin pump. Okay, so a little pain before the gain, hopefully, unless the dollar index, see, that's why at the end of the day, see, I'm going to tell you exactly what's going to happen. That's why it's an everyday thing. If we end up above here at the end of the day, this is going to be no good for Bitcoin. That's going to suggest a bearish retest for Bitcoin and Ethereum, because you're getting a bullish retest for the DXY. If you don't understand that, you're going to have to join my trading group, get into the beginner's course. I teach a course. I will get you motivated, get you going. It's every single Tuesday from 3 to 5 and the last Saturday of every month. Jump on into the course. It's $60 if you join the trading group today, $100 to join the trading group, $60 to join the course. I'm telling you right now, nobody gives the information I do in a 2.5 hour period. I give you my entire life, a little bit of a backstory of who I am. We get personal, and I also break down every single thing that I'm doing here on a swift, 2 hour live stream. But that is a more dedicated and really focused. And if you've never seen a candle before, this class is for you. If you've been trading for 3 years, this class is for you. I don't care what you're doing. I don't care if you've been trading for 10 years. I truly believe I can show you things in the charts that you may have never seen before in a new way, a different perspective, and I've worked so hard to figure this information out. So jump on in, $100 if you're not in the course, in the class. But if you want that discount, jump on into the Discord, get educated. Then we have 800 people in the Discord that are all educated. Smarter way to run a Discord to get everybody educated instead of just random people jumping into a trading group that do or do not do what we're, So once they take that course, they become an asset to the entire group. The correct flyer is on Airtable. I know. You guys have told me like 100 times. Bought the beginner's course. Watch it 3 times now. Absolutely love it. Thank you, Sam. Look at that. ETH took a nice dump to the downside. Look at that. Highly likely it could make a nice V-shaped recovery, though. Right back into the pattern. So now ETH must break back inside the pattern to remain bullish. Yeah, it broke the pattern for sure. Nice dump for Ethereum. 15-minute wasn't done yet, right? Still was pointing to the downside. Wasn't curving below the dotted line, so there was still momentum to the downside. But that's not even ETH. That's Bitcoin. Let's jump into Bitcoin. Everyone's like, it's ETH. It's not. We never look at ETH. And the reason why is because ETH is not the leading indicator. Bitcoin is. All right? And again, this is a symmetrical triangle that could break up or down either way. Look at this. 1906. And we could bounce. Let's take a look at ES1. I want to take a look at ES1 here. It's getting bearish tones. So here we are. So I'm pointing that we're likely to break down to the downside, but can we double bottom? So last night or yesterday, if you saw me at 5 a.m., I'm like, we're going to look at what's going on in the market. I said, well, the S&P futures are in a bit of a bear flag to me. I said, either we double bottom here and break back to the upside, or we're going to see some trouble, right? And to me right now, let's kind of look into what we're seeing. 15-minute is getting overbought, pointing to the downside. We got rejected here by this top trend line, 3,890. We could try to do something like this. That's just such an ugly pattern, though. I feel like this was it, and both times we fell out. I feel more comfortable doing that. Over time, you'll find your sweet spot where you like to be. We got some divergence, though, forming. It's not amazing, but it's there. That's some bullish D. No pun. So, look, I mean, to me, this is what's called a bearish rectangle. Even it's an ugly one, Attempting to hold this node here, but it's overbought still. 7-minute has room to go to the downside. No reason why we won't continue to dump here. 1 hour is attempting to hold the zone. Say no way. Very ugly pattern for ES1. And look, we're in this bigger idea here that I had drawn. See, everything was in this symmetrical triangle we were looking at last night. This trend line must hold. Very, very crucial time right here. So where's our last resort? Well, to me, trend could be, that's about it right there for me. And you start to break that. So we could go as low as 39.11 and still remain bullish for the S&P. We'd also bounce off this resistance, so it wouldn't be the worst thing in the world. So let's see if we can fight off this bounce or get a bounce and jump up or, make possibly one of these. Look, this could end up being the head of a smaller inverted head and shoulders. So that would kick us out of this world, get us out. Take a look at the 22-hour, and the 22-hour is looking somewhat bullish on a lot of markets. Like it's like telling me that it wants to bounce off the bottom of the trend line. So when we zoom out and we don't get caught up in these tiny moves, like these tiny moves on the 15 and these smaller time frames, we'll go to the Binance chart too. And I like to look at the chart brand new and fresh for you, so we can just kind of look at it in its entirety. Could it be making a shoulder with a head and a right shoulder? There's a chance here for sure, right? It's resembling something of that nature. So again, this is just the pattern that I see forming, right, for Bitcoin. 4 hour suggests that we do get a bounce to the upside. You can see it. And so does the 22-hour. I mean, the 22-hour is saying, hey, I want to move here. So I believe this is a liquidity grab, a bounce off 19,800 one more time, right? Or a possible double bottom at 18,005, right? You see, we could double bottom here. We lose this node, we're likely to double bottom at 18,500. You can see how clear as day that is, right? There's a node sticking out. I mean, this makes it real. The 22-hour makes it real easy and clear to see what's going on, okay? You have your major resistance up here at 25,250. Like, we must break that little bing. We got to get above that, right? Always use Alt-J. Alt-J is going to give you a nice line here. Who here has never been to the live stream before? Who here has never been to the live stream before? First time watching the CryptoLifer? Let me know. Okay. ETH environmental now friendly compared to Bitcoin, and institutions will consider that. And ETH has kind of seen the leading market. See, I believe that. That's the narrative that everyone wants you to believe, the masses. And it never goes the way the masses want things to go. So that's the storyline, right? And it makes sense. But proof of work is more secure. I'm old school, and you're not really going to convince me. And also, they're going to find a way to build computers in a far more efficient way. There's going to become like the world's green, and mining won't always be. And also, 70% of mining is renewable energy right now. So this is the weirdest thing. Look at this. This is true. And of all the other industries, I mean, this is just a lie. Like, it's FUD when, Bitcoin's energy consumption, a highly charged debate. It's a debate that's ridiculous. To other major industries, it's ridiculous. You know what I mean? Like right here. Energy source per region. I want to see if I can get this. Global Bitcoin mining has the highest sustainable energy mix times 2. See what I'm saying? Like they... Primary energy sustainable mix for Bitcoin mining versus countries. You know what I mean? Like, whole entire countries are far more wasteful of Bitcoin energy than Bitcoin. I'm just saying, it's 70% of Bitcoin mining is sustainable, and that was like 2 years ago. And also Bitcoin uses energy better than anything else. I mean, once you do your research, you find out that it's all fun, So I know it looks grime right now, and it doesn't look amazing. But, Bitcoin is attempting to look somewhat bullish to me here, especially on this 4-hour time frame. The thing is, it's supposed to look bearish to it's so bearish, right? It's in a bear flag, and it wants to dump to the downside. I know. Like, my instincts and my gut tells me I have to short. It's going to dump. But the smart money in me tells me we're going to pump to the top of the channel here and head right here to the top. And then we're going to get tight, and then we're going to find out in the next 4 to 5 days, Bitcoin's going to make a giant move. And they're going to see my thumbnail that goes, huge move coming. People think that's clickbait. It's not. I'm actually explaining to you that a huge move is coming. All right. Bitcoin did just bounce off 19,800 like it does. It loves that area. It loves the bounce. All right. So we'll go from there. And look, there's a high volume node that we hit. If we hit that, we come to this one. You see how easy this is? If we don't break this node here, we go to this one on the 4-hour time frame, which coincides with like this area here. And then we probably get a little bit of a short squeeze to the top of the channel. Might even come on out. To me, it's child's play, but nothing's guaranteed, all right? But there's a high likelihood, based on the 4-hour and the 22-hour time frame, that we move to the upside, all right? And there you have it. And there you have the beans. We'll take a look at our 7-minute extremely oversold, 15-minute extremely oversold. These are great places for me to enter longs if I believe the bigger time frames are looking good to me. 1 hour still has a nasty downside. So we're going to have to wait out this 1 hour. The smaller time frames are going to have to beat down this 1 hour and get us sideways. Like 50 minutes going to have to kind of do some chop while the 1 hour kind of finds its way so we can reset and not break these areas. Otherwise, we are headed right here to 18,500. You can see it's clear as day. We have a little stop right there with that node. You can see resistance, and it's a node right there. And then we're going to head down to this area of liquidity. It's just simple. This stuff is very simple. Who here sees how simple this can be? Who here can take a deep breath right now and realize that it's not that difficult? That all you have to do is use oscillators, trade probabilities, pick a decision, and go with it. And if you do it over and over and over again, eventually you're going to win over time because your probabilities will win. It's simple as that. Production makes you independent. Rationing and scarcity makes you a slave. Marketing goes up and down. Markets go up and down. When they're down, I'm excited because I'm buying opportunity. When they're up, I start looking at taking profits. Smart man. Hey, Lifer, can you check AOE coin? I don't think so. That sounds like a bait for me. You make it look simple. You're the man. Shout out to Crypto Alien. Walked on my 71-year-old neighbor doing damage with her lemon water. She is a closet crypto lifer. You're so funny, man. Is she really, though? Jamie, only the better use of electricity is watching the crypto lifer and being in the 99. Bitcoin is still on top for sure, but ETH led the last 2 months because of the merge hype. Moved 130% in the same time. Bitcoin moved 43. Yeah, but it doesn't matter. It just costs less. I don't know. Dude, when Bitcoin dumps, ETH dumps. Okay? When Bitcoin pumps, ETH pumps. When ETH dumps, Bitcoin doesn't care. When ETH pumps, Bitcoin doesn't care. Repeat after me. When Bitcoin pumps, ETH pumps. Right? It's a leading indicator. ETH had a little bit of a behind the scene, kept grabbing, of course. Right? So I told you, we are dubbing. Do we break the levels? And look at the strong divergence here that we're attempting to negate. That is screaming at you that is likely your bottom right there, the divergence. You know? Bounce off the high-powered node. I don't have divergence. I would like to see a better, like a smaller divergence on a smaller time frame. There we have it on the 1. We're beginning to make some. We're going to have to go a little lower in price action, right? 1 minute is attempting to make a nice bullish divergence there. I have this feeling to open up a long for Bitcoin. You know, I have this yearning to long. I like to long when it's red. You know what I mean? I like to long into the red. It's like that usually gives me confidence to get in. They're pressing down on the liquidations here. 91,000. You want to be longing into liquidations just like you want to sell into short squeezes. You should be taking profits as you hit a short squeeze. You should be jumping into, you know, not you. You shouldn't be doing anything. I'm thinking of the idea when I'm looking at this. Thank you, Danny. Yeah, see, carbon emissions of Bitcoin compared to other industries. Bitcoin, nothing. Gold, horrible. Global banking industry, even worse than Bitcoin, right? Aviation, insane, right? Marine transport, all right? Air conditioning and electric fans, data carriers, and tumble dryers, even worse than Bitcoin. All the people's dryers in the world. So when they try to tell you that Bitcoin, it's ridiculous, all right? Ridiculous. Absolutely ridiculous. All right, we should clip this out and send this out, Puerto Rock, to all the little clips, you know, make it little. Hi, I'm CryptoLifer. My name's Sam Price, also known as CryptoLifer. I do a YouTube live stream every day from 10 a.m. to 12 p.m., Monday through Friday, and Saturday and Sunday nights at 8 p.m. Right now, I want to show you how when people tell you Bitcoin waste energy, when Bitcoin, you know, it's a complete... Hi, my name is Sam Price, also known as the CryptoLifer on YouTube. I have a live stream on YouTube every single day, Monday through Friday, 10 a.m. to 12 p.m., and Saturday and Sunday nights at 8 p.m. I want to show you a chart here. When people tell you Bitcoin waste energy, when people tell you that it's not green, that Bitcoin mining is horrible and all these machines, let me show you right here by Messeri. In 2021, the Bitcoin network emitted an estimated 41 metric tons of CO2, which is lower than the global banking industry, gold, and every other industry shown below. Gold, the global banking industry, all those ATMs, all, you know, they have to dig up all the brick and mortar stores that they make, all the, people have to drive to and work, all the gas, a mess, right? Marine transport, air conditioning and electric fans, even data carriers and tumble dryers. Every time you're drying your clothes, bang. So when people try to tell you that Bitcoin is wasting energy, ask them about everything else that they're using, like their hair dryer in the morning. Thank you so much for this and watching this. I appreciate it. Send this to the other socials. Tell people Bitcoin is one of the most efficient, pieces of, for energy in the world. It uses energy more efficiently than all the other industries in the world. So tell them it's actually the other way around, and spread this. Let everyone see this. Let the socials know this, because people spread lies and lies aren't good. So I want the truth to be told about Bitcoin. Let everyone know. Send this to your socials. Send it out around the world. Tell a friend who will tell a friend who will tell a friend about Bitcoin. So liquidations, Bitcoin getting pummeled to the downside here, 19,670. Massive dumpeesies. I did say if it can't make a candle close above, right, 20,008, 20,005. But, I'm just, you almost got this double divergence now hanging out. One hour still has legs to go to the downside. Let's look how bad the 15 minutes. Pretty low. That 1 hour divergence is kicking in strong. 1 minute. I'll be honest. Just because it's my trading style, and I could be completely wrong. I could be very wrong. All right. But what I'm looking at here is a long for BTC. However, we did break 19,008, but 19,005 is the stronger support region. We just got $187,000 in long in long liquidations right there. Look at that, liquidating the longs now, just eating them up. 332,000, 55,000. They ate them up. They ate them up. This one's lighter than that one. It's a bit of a divergence here for Bitcoin. Just so you know, you got to send a super chat for a TA or a deep dive. Thank you for saying that. Man, I'm not going to stop using my dryer. Sorry, not sorry. No clotheslines. Dryers matter, not financial advice here. Can you please look at ApeCoin, not AOE coin? That's interesting. Thank you for blocking me, trying to correct myself. Sorry. Interesting. Shout out to Steve Moody, 18K. Oh, my bad. Honestly, I would long this. I would long this right here. I really would, because I got the 1 hour, the 4 hour, it's, I'm going to begin to build along. I'm going to slowly build it. It may, slowly build along here for Bitcoin. Why is that? Well, because the Bitcoin 3L position, it just, I like to buy into the red. I don't like to buy green candles. So today is feeling the fear. My intuition is telling me it's time to open up a long. All right. So that's what I'm going to do for now. We'll see where it goes. All right. I might close it and have to completely say no way. Now, where do we, as a trader, what do we do? Well, we got this weird falling wedge, really. Break back to the top of the channel, and I'm still showing you the idea that this is bullish divergence. The 22-hour, the bigger time frame, right? Now, we fall here, we bearishly retest. That'd be time to close the long, open up a short, and ride the short back down to about 18,500. All right? So this is what I'm looking at for Bitcoin, right? I just longed on a Thursday afternoon into the divergence, into the liquidations. I could be 100% wrong. We will go from there. Let's take a look at the indicator just to see what the indicator says. Interesting to see. And let's look at the S&P futures again. 15-minute almost suggests that there's more downside, but look, it is getting held by this divergence here and that lower trend line. If we can hold that, Bitcoin will hold its own. If we fall down, Bitcoin will fall. So it's a sketchy Thursday, I'll be honest. For Justin, I guess Ape, thank you for $199. Wow, he's helping you out. But at one next time, kind of don't have the funds to do that today. Single dad with 4 kids, no child support. And look at this. Ronnie Robinson throws it for you. That's the kind of place we are. This is the community we have here. People that don't leave another lifer down. You know, if you're a lifer, you're coming to, you're supporting, we're here for you. 772 people on the live, 426 likes. We got to get those likes. Everyone, we have 1,000 people on the live stream last week a few times. We were this close yesterday. We had 952 people on Wednesday when I was on the BitBoys Day Show. So if you can get the likes up to the watchers, you can get us all the way to 1,000 people. It's you people that do it. It's you amazing people that boom us all the way up to 1,000. All right? I can't do it. I show up every day with the energy, with the vibes, and I do every single thing I can to push us forward. But it's each and every one of you to hit that like button, and I got to get it. I got to get it. It's each and every one of you to hit that like button. All right? Shout out to each and every one of you for being here. Thank you for jumping on in. So ApeCoin, I mean, everything's going to follow Bitcoin really until things change. All right? What I like to do is when I first look at a coin, I look at the daily chart. Open it up. I have been seeing these shoulder, heads and shoulders. Bit of a cup and handle action too. But you're basically, everything's in this same pattern that Bitcoin's in. You see? Same pattern. Similar behavior. You see how Bitcoin runs the show. A. You also have a few trend lines. Sometimes you got 2 trend lines. See that? Spider lines, they're called. See them? These are spider lines. They really are. Their spider lines are diagonal support and resistance lines that do exist. They do exist. You'd be surprised. That can blow your mind. That could be a shoulder, a head, and a shoulder too, though. And the daily's pointing to the downside. I just show it how it is, even if it doesn't, that doesn't say, I'm not saying, oh, this is going to short it. Let's dump it to the downside. Could it go all the way back to a bean? If the whole market dumps, it could. That is a head and shoulder pattern, though, and it doesn't look too good. That did rhyme. I didn't know why it did. 22-hour does, not the best yet either. 4-hour could bounce on you and you making a higher low. So I just wanted to put that head and shoulder on your radar. Do you go all the way to 71 cents? Is that really where it says we go? A bean. To the bean? I don't know. I know nothing but the fact of my ignorance. We got to take it one step at a time and see if support and resistance is respected or not. So if Ape can't get back above 592, it's going to be a problem. That's going to be an area it's going to have to get back above. I mean, you got an oversold 4-hour. You almost like broke out of this wedge and retested it. The diagonal support line. See this? Is that a retest of the diagonal support? Could you bounce to the upside? You also have this wedge too, so it's like this is more like a stock market wedge. I try to be more precise with it like that. I mean, you're very oversold. You also have hidden bullish, slight. I guess you do. I mean, it is. I guess you'd have to go all the way to the point, though, and you don't really have it. I gotta call that no. Negation. Shoulder, head, and a shoulder there too, which would break you to the downside. And you got that double top, at least to here to 432. It's interesting. Still have some more downside, and it all depends on what Bitcoin's doing. You know, Bitcoin's fighting 19,700 now, brutally, really battling it. So it needs that zone back. It's battling 19,700 brutally. All right. Shout out to everyone who jumped in the trading group. Despite all the pain in the ups and downs here, we still made some gains. AERGO hit for gains. 80% gains. Came back for a double bottom here and would pop to the upside. But it was PSL, Pastel, which I would talk about 2 days ago and make a giant double bottom. Say, listen, we should look at this double bottom here for Pastel. And then it was in this falling wedge to break to the upside. Measured move would take you to right there. It went very, very close to the measured move. Look at that. 121% continued to actually go up a little more. This is insanity. Absolute insanity. And what I like about it is, it's getting legs. It's turning green again right now. It's still up It's still up. And I put this out. If you're in my trading group, you'd be banging on it today while the whole market's freaking out. If you mind time, Cambria would be appreciated. Shout out to Rocket Dog in the house. So bang, bang, bang. We took PSL for gains, baby, gains. A total of 121 if you caught the entire wick. Obviously, no one catches that whole wick. Let's be honest. Someone might make 10. Someone may make 15. Someone might make 20. Someone might make 80. But at the same time, I'm a liar if I said it only went up 77. I got to tell the truth. And the truth is it went all the way up 121% on that order book. So that's why I do what I do. I'm not trying to accentuate the move. I'm just trying to say, hey, this is what it did. You know, we have to say 2 + 2 is 4. That's 4. We got to do what we got to do. All right. I had one on my wallpaper and still didn't take it. Probably my biggest issue is being a watcher. It's okay. It's okay. You'll be a watcher until one day it'll all click. Send in your super chats for a deep dive or tea. I'd rather be a watcher than a loser. I'll tell you that. Everyone hit the like button. Denow. PS for the lazy lifers. Shout out to TA. Everyone, thank you so much for saying that. Send in your super chats for TAs and deep dive. Support the stream. Lifer gives his knowledge 7 days a week to build and teach the Lifer family worldwide. Thank you so much for the super chats. Thank you so much for the love. Look, 785 people on the live. 500 likes. Can I get the likes up to the watchers? I would greatly appreciate it. 17 beans. Wendy Wizzle. You never fail to teach me many things every day. Spider lines on ape. You are totally awesome. Do you have a second to teach me how to change my VRVP setting to points instead of blocks? Of course. I talk about it all the time, Wendy. So look, what you're going to do is you're going here and you're slapping on VRVP, right? And you're hitting visible range, volume profile, and it's coming up, right? And let me take mine off. And when you do that, you're getting these blocks, and you want to see nice, clean points. You're going to right-click. You're going to hit settings. You're going to go right here to the 24. You're just going to hit a 0 right there. You could even, I've never even done 2400. I want about 2400. 2400 will make it extremely sensitive. So you can add a 0 there. I don't like it. To me, it's too much. So don't do 2400. Go to the settings. I just keep it at 240. That's all you got to do is slap a 0 next to the 24. And you're going to get exactly what you need. All right? And that's how I roll, baby. 240 on my settings. I'm unique as that. Most people set it to 200 or something. One day I just said, why? I was lazy. I said, why have to delete anything? And change and put 2 zeros. I said, can I just add a 0 to the 4? And through that, ease of use, maybe not laziness, but the ease of use, bang, bang, bang. I mean, same thing's happening for ape at the end of the day. And it's all about Bitcoin, baby. Can Bitcoin hold the zone? Can this trend line, could this be the trend line? This one's way more aggressive than the others. But I'm telling you right now, I've seen this play out. If you were watching my live, who was watching the live stream last night and watched all the fractal magic we did? Who was watching the insane fractal magic last night? I needed to hear that same. Thank you so much. The education here is out of this world. For real, Sam. Thank you, bro. Anytime, man. I do like the long frame double bottoms. It's my bad. I know, see? I should have been a watcher first. I was a loser instead. I am done losing. It's win time. Shout out to Normal Guy. I love you. Good morning, brother Sam. God bless you. Thank you, Sam. Good to be back in the stream. Thank you. Last night was fun. Yes, it was. Yes, it was. If you liked it, prove it. USD is up 4%. Not good for the longs. No, we'll look at that too as well. Going to join soon. Just need the funds. Love the stream. Smash the like. Shout out to Justin Dedison. Rocket to the upside, baby. Rocket to the upside. Hey, shout out to everybody here. 808 people, 531 likes. It's you people that get us here. Look, you keep hitting that like, you're going to get to 1,000 people. See if you can do it. I want to see if you can do it. I know we can do it. I want to just boom, push that energy through the mic. Just boom, right into your house. If look, 533 likes. I love the 33. And again, the 33 prevails, but let's keep it moving, everybody. Let's get to 1,000 people on this live stream. Let's do it. We did the ETH merge last night. Yes, I was the same guy you saw last night. Up at 5 in the morning, 3 in the morning, doing the ETH merge for an hour and a half. Slap a fractal on it, baby. Not financial advice here. Market is dumping now, though. Bad news. Look at that. Honestly, I open longs in this exact position here. When the 7-minute, the 50-minute, and the 1 hour are low, that's what I like to get into a position. Red candles. I do not buy big green candles that are pumping. I buy divergence at the bottom of the pattern. It's not easy to do. All right? It's hard. They may break us down and do it. This may be a bear trap. They're going to fake it out, trap all the bears, pump us back to the top of the channel. I'm looking for a bear trap here for sure. I really am. I've already made my play. I've already opened a long for Bitcoin. We'll see what happens. It's a very small long. It's not big at all. I'll be honest with you. I'm not like, I didn't put tons of money in it. Very, very small. So that's what I will say. I'm beginning. I'm cautiously opening a long. Someone says, it's tiny. It's like so tiny I feel embarrassed by it because I don't have liquidity at the moment. You know? If I do, I have to go somewhere else. Let me see. I can open up somewhere else. Let's see here. I just won't have access to Levy, you know. Let's see here. What you got? No. See, I don't like, most of my accounts, I need a VPN to access, and that's the problem. So I have another computer. That's been the issue with me recently. And when I use a VPN, when I stream, it ruins the stream. That's why I don't do as much live trading as I used to. And because one of the exchanges I use doesn't hook up to both to 3 commas, which is also a bit of a pain. You know what I mean? So the trade's right here, though. Look. Here, I can show you this. The trade's right here. I also don't want to show you all my money. That's rude, right? I don't know. But the trade's right here. I got in a Bitcoin 3L at 002300. Oh, no, I bought a 2308 for a Bitcoin 3L trade. All right. At 9:15 at 10:56 a.m. on KuCoin. All right. On KuCoin. All right. That's the trade right there. See it? So I did open into the long. We'll see what happens. I like to open long. I like to buy into the red. I like to use the fear to my advantage. We'll see how it plays out. That's like selling the green candles. Same thing. I have 2 computers, you freaking... I have 2 computers. I have 3 computers, bro. I have the trades open. Yeah, but I can't show them on the live, man. Put it together. I have freaking 4 computers. Like, it's... Sorry. I just, like, certain things are obvious to me. I can't see the screen is black. That's on you, my dude. That's been happening to a lot of YouTuber, a lot of people on their computers recently, though. So that's definitely on you. Are we double bottoming here? We're attempting to do that for Bitcoin. I opened up a long. I longed right here into the oversold regions. I believe it's the proper thing to do, but we'll go from there. I could be completely wrong. We might bearish retest and this will dump to the downside. Why am I longing? The bigger time frames are suggesting a bounce back to the upside here. The 12-hour, the 22-hour, the 4-hour time frame, right? We're at the bottom of the channel. Many times at the bottom of the channel we do pump. However, this is also a bear flag that could dump you all the way to the downside, I have to admit. We are starting to dump. Measured move would take you down here. I mean, that was my initial idea, but... So, I'm trying to counter trade my emotions. My emotions, everyone's like, oh, we're dumping, you know? Short it, short it, short it. I'm attempting to counter trade it, you know, which is not easy. I'm counter trading myself right now, you know? Anti-emotion trading. Don't trade, only hold, friend. I believe the best thing I do, I'll be honest, as much as I trade here, most of my capital I use to buy into Bitcoin, consistently buy Bitcoin, and then I like trading BTC pairs, okay? That's the key. That's the key. Everyone else is just bypassing where the big money is, and the money's in BTC pairs, all right? So look at the Dow tumbles today too. Opens and just completely tanked, right? 1 hour does want to push to the upside. Can we get a move? Can we get a move up here? Resistance here at 32,400 for the Dow Jones. You know, it's tough. I mean, we double bottomed here in a way. with move to the upside. You look at the 4-hour time frame. Yeah. So we talked about the Dow. It had to get above this area here, which was like 31,700. Did that, broke out, came back down. We had this bullish divergence that played out. Now we just gave it all back again on this day here. It's interesting. Dow got rejected. Can it break out of this falling wedge back to the upside? Take a look at the 1-hour time frame. It's an ugly setting here. That's what we're working with. I can't stand the candles that you have to deal with on the Dow. And also, everything's in a bit of a bear flag. Send it down to the downside there. All right, back to ES1. Why are we looking at ES1? Look at PSL, just don't care. Funny. Finally, people started taking profits. ES1 is attempting to do that bounce back up here. It's attempting it. I mean, that's a swing down, a swing down. That's a swing up. That is sharp divergence on the 1 hour. That is extreme bullish divergence. See that? That tells you should get a bounce back to the upside, which will bounce Bitcoin. So I'm going to long Bitcoin based off this bullish divergence on the S&P. I'm expecting a bounce back to the upside. You do whatever makes you happy. You probably think I'm out of my mind nuts. Longing Bitcoin at 19,685, 19,690. Here is the air. Also, you got a lower low with less liquidations. That's what I was taught by the people that created this indicator as what's called the divergence in the cumulative volume delta. See, this is a cumulative volume delta down here. And when you look at the cumulative volume delta, you're like, okay, we got liquidated. We got lower. But, and so you see a divergence in the cumulative volume delta. And divergence in delta, see, where is that? Well, right here. From this low to this low is kind of an uptrend, right? But the price went down. So that's a divergence in CVD, cumulative volume delta, all right? We're going to get into cumulative volume delta next month. I don't want to overwhelm the beginners, but that is something we're going to jump into, and I'm going to begin to teach you on the order book. So get excited for the next month of information that we bring to you. Would you be able to check Sam, please? Thank you, Sam. If you could put a super chat in, it would be nice, just not to take away from the people that did. Lifer, don't worry, buddy. It's not about the size. It's about how you work it. I always agree. About that. I just didn't have the proper, I can't show you a bigger position. I wish. I will at one point. Don't worry. I've shown many big positions in my life. Let's see here. And there's also months, personal things too. There's months where you move funds. There's weeks or times where you actually are like doing something, right? So you may be allocating money to something else like real estate. You may be moving money. Who knows? And it's none of anyone's business really what you're doing with your money, honestly. Professionally speaking, right? I'm watching this ABBC. It's very interesting to me. The last time I had it, I nailed it. Actually, 2 or 3 times I've traded this coin. It's been good to me. It's been very good to me. Possibly 110% gains coming out of ABBC. Also, it tends to pump when Bitcoin is just not doing, I don't know why. It's like whales love it when Bitcoin's playing games, It's in between the 0.65. It wicked right here to the 0.618 at that moment in time. And so it has touched some significant areas on the fib. Could go lower. Anything is possible. But it's definitely on my radar. ABBC. All right, we take a look at the 1 hour time frame, and it's oversold, trying to make a move. The 4 hour is a little high here, so it's not where I want it to be. So I'd look for it to go more sideways, but that's okay. And the daily just getting ready to move. So I'm watching this on the daily time frame for a better entry on the 4 hour time frame. All right, if you're in my trading group, this is just like PSL. Everyone's not paying attention when the market dumps. They're freaking out, right? And now we got a lower liquidation, though, at 19,545. See that? That broke the delta. Let's take a look here for Bitcoin. But this is on my radar. You see how it doesn't seem to be as affected by BTC, all right? ABBC coin on the radar yet again. And again, when I post this to the trading group, it doesn't say jump in right now. Jump in right now. And shout out to Rosin. Bang, bang, bang. Nailed by my man. He nailed it. At 3:50 a.m., he's up working. 6 hours later, 26.71% gains for Rosin. Beautiful play, beautiful move. And this is going to continue happening despite whatever Bitcoin does. 19K, 12K, up and down. We're still going to find coins that make gains in the trading group. This just hit at the beginning of the live. Shout out to my team. Shout out to everyone riding with me into the night, baby. Thank you so much. All right. And again, my position was very small for Bitcoin because it's very sketchy times. I don't go heavy into a huge trade. That's also, that's my own idea for me. That's, proper risk management for me. I don't go super hard when the market's a little sketchy, right? Low liquidity. We just did the ETH merge. Like, we kind of have to wait out what's going on here. Man, everyone's still wondering what happened. What's up with this ETH merge, So oversold in the daily time frame, ABBC, right? Watching the 4-hour for a better entry. I will set alerts on the 4-hour. All right. How I set alerts, I will teach you in the trading school. All right. So if you want to learn alerts, and if you're not using alerts, if you're struggling in the trading group and you're not using alerts, that is the main reason why you are likely struggling. At the very least, at the beginning. There's many other reasons, but at the very beginning, And again, it took me 2 to 3 years to become profitable trading. Okay, so look. Also, don't DM me on Discord and expect me to answer you. I am an extremely busy person. I have other people check my DMs, and they answer the ones that are the most important. People are DMing about, my subscription isn't right, this and that, and that's what people do. Okay, so let's take a look at Whalebot Wrecked and see what's happening around the market too. If you're in my trading group, you get Whalebot Wrecked. We want to see what's happening. Binance liquidated short on Bitcoin at 19,742. 252,000, $250,000 liquidated. 380,000 liquidated long. Interesting. Now they just started liquidating the shorts at 1118. Look at that. Crazy, right? And we're back right up at 19,670. I'm telling you right now, it's very likely based on the 4-hour and the 22-hour that we pump to the upside. You all look at me like I'm nuts, right? Just watch. Come back to this channel in 2 days. Give me 2 to 3 days. Give me 2 to 3 days, and you come back and you see where we're at. Watch my ABBC. Watch the things I'm discussing. Give me a couple days, baby. Give me a couple days. Give me a chance. Just give me a chance to work my magic, all right? Just give me a chance. Are you telling me there's a chance? You know what I mean? Bona fide. What you know about bona fide, right? What you know? What you know? Look, it bounced easily on that 4-hour fallen wedge to the upside. Ethos. So actually, this coin has been good to us in the past. Oh, let's look at Op. Optimism probably fell out of the channel. Remember Op? It did not. Look, it's actually hugging the zone right here that I got pasted. It's pretty interesting. This trend line must hold. This is looking bullish to me. Look at the 4-hour pushing up with momentum. 1 hour coming back down oversold, but didn't break the trend line. That can hold the trend line. You're going to see that's the people that are willing to buy into the red get paid. The people that buy green candles get hurt. However, the emotions are high right now, and it's hard to trade against your emotions. That's why you have to remove emotions and only trade what you see in the charts and nothing else. All right? How long usually stay in a Bitcoin 3L positions on average? Between 10 and 36 hours. No more than 3 days. No more than 3 days. Look, 33 liquidations just came in. $102,000. Oh, now it's 34. And now they're liquidating the shorts, baby. Look, everyone gets hit on either side when you trade leverage. And they're like, but you just trade 3L. I traded 3L with non-liquidation, so I can't get liquidated. I'm protecting myself from the maker like that. I'm not letting it happen. All right? Fracton protocol been on my radar. Let's take a look at it, because if anything's going to pop, I'm telling you right now, it's probably likely going to be Fracton. Holding its own now, I believe, beginning anew, right? Getting ready, getting busy. Could also kind of do something like this, right? It's in that same... It needs to just break this trend line. It breaks this trend line, it's gonna move. Fracted on my radar, right? Funky pattern for sure. It's not amazing, but this is what you're looking at. So it broke out of that. Could be bearishly retesting to the, let's see, I want to see the daily. Not too good. 22 hour. See, just like Bitcoin, everything on this 22 hour, almost everything looks bullish on the 22 hour. Kind of broke back inside the pattern on that 22. You see that? If Bitcoin reclaims its move and gets pumped, remember, Bitcoin pumps after it dumps. It doesn't dump and continue to dump. You usually have a red day, then you have a green day. We've been dumping all right? Things have been up and down. So you got to kind of, split the difference here. ENS is looking nice to me. Look at this. This is the Ethereum name service. This is going to get more popular with the staking. Hands down. I see this breaking up to the upside. Look at the 22-hour time frame. Look, I wanted to wait for the 4-hour to get low, and it didn't even get that low. Pushed back to the upside. It's interesting. ENS on my radar. ENS is on my radar for sure. And look at this little flag that it's making here. That would break it out, and then a nice retest of this area would be a beautiful move for ENS to the upside. I like what I'm seeing for ENS, and again, nothing's guaranteed. It could dump in our face, but from what I see with the 22-hour and the 4-hour time frame, I like what I'm looking. I like what I'm looking at for ENS Ethereum name service. All right, Ethereum name service on the possible radar here. In a flag on the 4-hour time frame, getting tight in a channel, Ethereum name service. And you know what? This one has held its own too against Bitcoin. When the market's been sketchy, it's been pumping pretty nicely. So they just transferred a quarter million ETH from an unknown wallet to Binance. Yikes. At 11.12, that's usually a sell. A bunch of ETH transferred from an unknown wallet. These are miners unloading their ETH, I guess. BUSD burn at Binance. Someone wants to buy, though. 8,000 ETH transferred from unknown wallet to FTX. Wow. 1 million USD minted. Wow, someone's buying, though. So people are transferring the ETH, but they're buying. What are they buying? Raven coin? Seems like something's getting bought on the low. Some little coin is going to pop. You see that money is going to go somewhere. Crypto top BUF and dividend stocks that pay out quarterly. SuperChats, cat. Yeah, like DeFi, right? That's like the slow way to make money, though. I'd rather study crypto and then take money hands over fist in a bull run. But again, you can get those slow dividend money. But again, I mean, it's long-term compounding gains. Anything that gives you more than you had before is a blessing, in my humble opinion. So, hey, you're doing what you got to do. And again, I'm not a financial advisor. Do whatever makes you happy. If and when you have the time, take a look at Bitcoin time frame. Look at the dump and pump we have from the 7th to the 9th. Compare it now. Maybe you might see something, the fractal, that interests you. That's going to be way too much work for me. And my mind's focused on other things. Probably not going to happen, but I appreciate it. Thank you. Monitoring the merge, what a successful Ethereum upgrade will look like. How to track the status of Ethereum shift to proof of stake with a few easy tools. This is what you need to know, and everyone needs to know this. So get ready, get your notes going. All eyes in the cryptosphere are set on the merge, Ethereum's long-awaited, up-to-date, new, greener method for processing transactions. The up-to-date, which will see the second largest blockchain network ditch its power-hungry miners once and for all, is expected to take place around 15 hours after we hit the publish on this article. The timing of the mining, we got that done already. Block proposals, right? They figured all that out. Participation rate. The next thing Eddington will be looking at is the post-merge will be the network's participation rate. And a newly proposed block receives enough votes for the wider Ethereum community called attestations. Its transactions are written to the Ethereum ledger where the digital equivalent of a permanent marker. In contrast to the proof-of-work network, on proof of stake, all the validators participate all of the time. They're voting on all the blocks that they see, explained Eddington. We know we have around 420,000 validators. So we can count 420,000. so we can count on the votes and we can see how many are going missing. So we get a participation rate. As Kim hinted in her explanation, the importance of participation rates, the key indicator of successful merge will be the network's reaches finality. Oh, so they got all that. That happened already. Now, here's the deal. Here's what I want to say. Who here knows why Bitcoin is superior to Ethereum? Does anyone think Bitcoin's superior to Ethereum? I'm just asking. I'm still open-minded. However, I do sway more into Bitcoin, and I'll tell you why. But I just want to ask you, is Bitcoin superior to Ethereum? You know what I mean? And I'll ask you on Twitter, too. I'm going to ask you on Twitter. I want to have this, is Bitcoin superior to Ethereum? And people would say, I just want to know your thoughts. Right? I'm going to tell you, I have like 2 reasons why, and I'm not going to tell you what I think. I'm going to wait. But is Bitcoin superior to Ethereum? It's such a big question, and I think it stirs up a lot of emotions, right? Send in your super chats for deep dives. Support the stream. Lifer gives his knowledge 7 days a week and builds and teaches the Lifer fam worldwide. Poll. Proof of work. Yes, it's mined. ETH is MySpace, the AOL, in my opinion. Oh, wow. Bitcoin superior to all proof of stake. Also, I'm not a Bitcoin maxi. Wow. No coiner 69. I love that. Bitcoin superior. Bitcoin is king. ETH is better. Yes, by design, Bitcoin is better than Ethereum. Yes, in 5 years, no chance. Now, yes, in 5 years, no chance. Not even comparable, in my opinion, but Bitcoin over ETH any day. If you say crypto, first thing will come in mind is Bitcoin. Bitcoin is going to touch 19K today. Anything is possible. I really do compare them. I should be in both of them too. Looks like we kind of just bounced off 19,500, and that held so far. So, and lack of liquidity could keep us in the zone. ENS is bullish to me, as we went over already to talk about, right? Let's keep moving with the show. The show is what we need to see, all right? And it's Bitcoin, it's the dollar index. So I got the dollar index for you double topping. Let's see, the 1 hour wants to push up out of this channel to the upside. Let's see if it can just kind of mill out and not do anything and then continue to dump would be really, really nice. Bitcoin is slightly outdated tech, but a great store of value. Gold broke down 2-year support. I know it's not popular, but can you look at Luna Classic? No, it is popular to me. I've been looking at it, and I actually have a trade that I've been looking at on it. So to me, it hasn't broke. It's still got this hidden bullish divergence, right? Until it breaks the hidden bullish. See that? And it's like, it is dumping a little bit, but it didn't get lower than the previous support line, right? So it has to break this support really to remain bearish. Even this one here, where it's at right now. Extremely oversold. The 1 hour does have legs to the downside. Want to see if the 15-minute and the smaller time frames can keep these coins from dumping even more like Bitcoin, right? So Bitcoin pumps back up. This will pump back up. When I look at it in the 4 hour time frame, it's in the golden pocket right now in the 706 Fibonacci level. I mean, these are where I see institutions load up and get a push back to the upside. If you see this thing up 179%, don't say Uncle Sammy didn't say anything. Again, I'm not a financial advisor. Nothing I say and do should be taken as financial advice, but that is hidden bullish divergence, right? So we'll go from there, and anything is possible. This could dump to the downside and turn to nothing. Just take it a shot at the unknown, Bitcoin is a store of value. ETH is more like a currency. Just joined. Why the dump? The news. Kadena and Unify also could do some damage to the upside. Let's look at Kadena. Let's look at CAT. We have to look at CAT. So I've been looking at Kadena in this falling wedge here. And the 4 hour does suggest that it does want to break out. Look at it. Let's reposition. I mean, that looks beautiful for a pump to the upside here for Kadena. Could get you to 182. Bit of a cup and handle here at the bottom. And honestly, I've been talking about how I accumulate rounded bottoms. I mean, just keep accumulating Kadena on these low areas, anywhere between, in my opinion, 130, anywhere between 80 cents and $2. So what I do is I zoom out. I look at a coin on like a weekly chart, all right? And I say, listen, where is its ranges? And I'm like, well, the low it ever was 50 cents, right? And I say, well, then I think, I'm like, well, make sure we still got, yeah, okay. I just want to make sure. Yo, this computer, so far, so good. So far, so good. Been amazing. Health of the stream has been good. Everything has been good. I can't complain. Thank you so much, Marv. The computer's name is Marv. We love you, Marv. And I like showing Marv off because Marv is beautiful. Look at Marv. It's got an AMD Radeon Pro. All right? 6800, bro. I'd be sporting that thing off. I'm a nerd. What can I say? I spend my money on graphics cards while everyone else spends their money on chains and gold and whips. I spend my money on computers and graphics cards and monitors and making my studio nice because that's where I live. That's where I operate. What else am I going to spend my money on? You know, garbage that doesn't matter or things that really make my company run the best for each and every one of you. I owe it to God to make this. God, I feel, gave me this opportunity. I owe it to God to make this the best thing possible and put my best foot forward. And that means my equipment. That means everything that we do here on the channel. So, and that's through gratefulness, right? I'm grateful, so I want to give back to the channel, give back to the vibes. The video coming down after the merge, right? Marv, name is beautiful. Thanks, man. Look at Marv Hisky Gaming. That's so funny, man. Need to up my whip budget. ETH needs to dip buying. ETH needs some dip buying pressure. Super chats, Cambria. God is good. Have a great day, Sam. Got to bounce to work. Spiro, have a good day, bro. Bitcoin is decentralized. Well, here's the thing. Here's the thing. And jump on into that tweet if you could. I greatly appreciate it. And we're about to hit 8,000 followers on Twitter. We need 40 more people. Well, to 8,000 followers on Twitter, growing. Is Bitcoin superior to Ethereum? And they're saying, of course not. Yes. No. Comparing apples and bananas. ETH to Bitcoin. ETH to Bitcoin does more. All right, now I'm going to blow the minds. Does Ethereum have a fixed supply? Does Ethereum have a fixed supply? I'm going to ask again. Does Ethereum have a fixed supply? Does Bitcoin have a fixed supply? Does Bitcoin have a fixed supply? Does Bitcoin have a fixed supply? It's deflationary, though. Okay, I guess it is until it isn't. You know what I mean? I don't know, man. Look at trending as ETHGATE. This is kind of funny. ETHGATE. We tried to tell you, ETHGATE. According to our Ethereum post-merge inflation dashboard, 4.6 of proof-of-stake nodes for storing data, processing transactions, adding new blockchain can be attributed to just 2 addresses. This heavy dominance, these addresses is something to watch. See? JP Morgan just took control of Ethereum, the entire network, because you went to proof-of-stake. So I'm just, hey, I mean, I'm not trying to spread FUD here, but hold on, let's make this a segment. Hi, my name is Sam Price, professional crypto trader, also known as CryptoLifer on YouTube. And, you know, this is upcoming breaking news right now, ETHGATE. And I don't want to spread FUD, and we'd have to do our research, but it's just coming to my research here. We tried to tell you, according to our Ethereum post-merge inflation dashboard, 46.15% of the proof-of-stake nodes for storing data, processing transactions, and adding new blockchain blocks can be attributed to just 2 addresses. This heavy dominance by these addresses is something to watch. And then he puts JP Morgan. Did a huge conglomerate, did a banking system, put their fat fingers in the cookie jar, and buy so much ETH in proof-of-stake, and are they running the nodes? This is insane. ETHGATE is upon us, everybody. And again, I don't want to spread FUD. Everything I see, I just saw this. I want to do some more deep dives. We'll find some information. We'll go further in. To explain the ETHGATE allegation when he refuses, get John Deaton to explain ETHGATE. Wow. The merge is complete. Big congrats to the teams. ETHGATE. Wow. No, it can't be unstaked. ETHGATE. This could be you in 10 to 30 years. I remember back when ETH was still proof of work. Sure, Grandma. Let's go get you to bed. That's funny, right? I don't know, everybody, but you tell me. ETHGATE. I'm live every day, 10 a.m. to 12 p.m., Monday through Friday, Saturday, and Sunday nights at 8 p.m. I can't wait to see you there. ETHGATE, baby. ETHGATE. You heard it here first. I don't know. Let's do our research and find out. I don't start believing things until I do my research, but this is the first I heard of it. It does make sense. I was never a fan of proof of stake for ETH. I didn't think it was a good look. My instincts told me it was not a good look. But again, what do I know? I'm just a crypto lifer, right? I don't know a dang thing. That's why I sold 99 of my ETH and reinvested elsewhere. See, a lot of people just wanted to get out of ETH because they didn't like the icky stickiness. ETHGATE, interesting. Who would have thought? I only know what I packed for lunches. I told everyone it had nothing to do with an upgrade. It was about taking control of the network to make it centralized and benefit the founders who held the most ETH. We live in the charts. Some of these guys live in the blockchain transaction data. Good trading, Lakochi, and good charting. Thanks for your charts. So clean. Oh, man, Lakochi Coker, he's the man, dude. We love you. Lakochi, man, we love you, brother. Thank you. Okay. Kadena could break out of this falling wedge to the upside. Let's give the 1 hour a little bit of time here to come on down. 4 hour does want to pump to the upside. 4 hours bullish for a move to the upside here for Kadena. Does have this shoulder head and this shoulder, but you know, I'm about long-term, long-term DCAing, dollar cost averaging into Kadena. I believe it's a long-term hold. There's not many coins that I would believe are a long-term hold. Kadena is one of them on my radar. Okay, on my radar. So we told you it was likely that the dollar index would get a bit of a pump today. That would give us a little bit of trouble for Bitcoin sideways action, right? So it's looking like this little falling wedge could break up. That's what we're looking at. Just want to go over the, what we've gone over already. All right. Also told you that I was going to long Bitcoin into the 19,005, 19,690 area. We're back at 19,000. That long's actually in profit. It's not in huge profit. Let me see. Actually, is it? Yeah, it's up 0.92%. It's up 1%. And you'd be like, no, he's lying. I'm like, no, it's true. I just made 1%, 0.92. I mean, it's not amazing, but I made 1%. You know what I mean? And I longed when everyone was freaking out into the fear, right? That's how you know. And again, who knows if that's going to turn green or not. I'm not guaranteeing anything, but I'm showing you that I am up. I am up, and it's only 0.9. I'm not trying to freaking boast, oh, he's up 1%. Like, what the? It's not a big deal. But I'm just, just frustrated to see people say they don't want to spread FUD, but keep pointing at it. I love your lifer, but you spread stuff without researching, then you are the FUD. Without great power comes great responsibility. Honestly, I believe that that's true. You know that most of the proof of stake, I don't have to look at that to spread FUD. It's common sense, dude. Every single proof of stake coin is going to have like one or two addresses with most of the coins, dude. Just like, I could say the same thing about Bitcoin. You guys are just, don't be butthurt over Ethereum, man. Don't get so into ETH that if I say one thing about it, it hurts you. That is true. He showed you the addresses, and he showed you the money, man. You know what I mean? Again, I'll do my own research. And I said, let's do our own research. Research. I've never been more convinced that GG is a lizard. Look at that. That's funny. Picks his nose with ETH merge. Did nothing as expected. The revolving door. You're funny. Hey, ETH was the first coin I ever bought at $89. So don't, All over Twitter, though. They took over Twitter. You do not need energy-consuming hardware as you acquire coins, which are put up as collateral in the staking process. And there's a random selection through the software. Switch to proof of stake, a step in the right direction on sustainability. An economist who runs the Digiconomist, and you never know who is who. Like, who do these people represent? And that's the problem. Get us to 8,000. We're almost on our way. 7 more people followed me on Twitter. Thank you so much. I love it. Even 0.09 compound is a lot of profit daily of consistent. No, that's true. Technically, this is ETH v3, right? I know, right? News is freaking news. Grow up. Oh my God, you guys are crazy. I agree with you. News is news. We'll look at the charts. I'm 100% on you. I'm 100%. Opening a new era for the second biggest blockchain. You know what it is? I'm paranoid over proof of work. Okay? Can I talk about it? Can I use this as therapy for everyone here? I'm a little paranoid about proof of work. Freaks me out a little bit. Proof of stake. Proof of stake. It scares the bejesus out of me. It does. All right? And I am worried about too many holding one coin. So it's easy for me to be like, oh my gosh, is that really happening? Again, they are spreading into my fear. I got to take a deep breath. Fake emotions acting real. So I have to tell myself it's okay. The future will be bright and light, and Ethereum will be all right. But I just, I don't want crypto falling into the hands of the wrong people. And when I see this proof of stake move, I get a little nervous. Is that okay? Can I be vigilant? Can I be diligently 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 vigilant? Say that 10 times fast. Can I be diligently vigilant? 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 I'm not going to do it 10 times. It's not going to happen. Anyway, 52 likes to reach 700 likes on the live stream. Everyone, we need the likes up to the watchers. You would have got us to 1,000 people. If the 250 people just kept hitting that like button, you're going to boom us all the way up to 1,000 watchers on the live stream. I would greatly, greatly appreciate it. All right. And again, the market's not that good. There's not a lot of gems right now. But if there is a gem, I'm going to find it. And if we're going to see what's happened to the dollar index, we're gonna call it out. Let's look at the total market cap for all of cryptocurrency. And what I don't like, all right, this is not good. So Bitcoin may have held a little better than the total market cap. Look at this. But we have a strong divergence now. The total market cap has a beautiful double divergence. Bitcoin really didn't. It kind of spread thin, That's an interesting divergence to me. That's a falling wedge that breaks up 68% of the time. All right. And you made a slightly higher low here on the total market cap. Let's take a look at the daily for the total. So total, and again, what I keep seeing, and I don't know anyone else. If anyone seen this around the internet, I don't watch any other YouTubers recently. I don't have the time. But that's an inverted head and shoulder that could break us to the upside. The sad thing is we did break back below $1 trillion. All right. We were above it. We were holding $1 trillion for a while. We have major resistance now at 1.33 trillion. 133. You see that? And I didn't try to do that on purpose. Now we have 1.3 or 1.326, 1.55. I'm going to get rid of this because that's going to cause, a little bit of a messiness. And this measured move here, let's get this measured move is this. So the rising wedge broke to the downside, right? It did have a measured move really back to the double bottom. However, we're holding a new zone. Can this double, triple bottom hold? Daily still wants to point to the downside, so the daily doesn't look great. 22 hours, the one that really could move us. Many times it has bounced. 4 hours also attempting to make a move. And now even the 4 hour is showing signs of bullish divergence because that's a swing up. That's a swing down, Do we get the bounce? 19,800 for Bitcoin. It could become resistance, to be honest, because it was heavy support. We're going to zoom back into Bitcoin, but look, this is a bear flag that broke to the downside. I do see divergence, though. I see bullish divergence. Tells me that we should get a bounce back to the upside. I know it doesn't make sense, but divergence shouldn't make sense. It does what we should, what doesn't make sense. Now, if we break back up and you don't see a candle close above, so look, if you don't see the daily or the 4 hour candle in the next 2 days above 950 billion, we're going to be in some trouble for more downside. Just remember that. That's all you have to remember. Keep it real simple. Then we open 3S tokens and we make some gains. All right. We won't be in trouble. We'll make some gains. All right. Just like 24 likes to reach 700 likes. Bitcoin going down to 13K, the lowest. If you make 1% each day and you do 100 times reinvesting it all each time, you have increased your capital to more than 270% of your starting capital. I like what he just said, 270% on the compound gain. Long-term Shiba holders like to fart in the bath and bite the bubbles. Wow, that's crazy. Shout out to Chris Ray, man. Ouroboros proof of stake consensus supports self-custody staking and recession. Great opportunities ahead. Be ready and keep it. Ouroboros is hardcore. And it's better than, Flux follow Bitcoin as well. Can you look at the chart when I'm at work? Yes, it will. What are your thoughts on Shiba Inu and Shibarium? I believe it could have a big move. I keep SHIB on the side just in case, speculatively. Potentially a falling broadening channel on Bitcoin on the 1 hour time frame. I think I see what he's saying there too. So can the divergence play out? We are looking, and again, to find out if we're going to continue lower, what you want to do is you go back to the smaller time frames. V-shaped recovery here, hopefully, instead of a flag. You see, if we were already down here, we would already be making a bear flag, and it would be nasty. But we're trying to V-shape recover right back to the upside here. See what can happen. Or are we making one of these, you know? See? Which will break us down. So if you watch 7 minute, eventually it'll tell you where you're going. I'm gone with the UXTO models. AERGO. Trifecta for long holds. I'm going with, yeah, me too. I'm with you on that. I love ERGO, and ERGO has been the plan. We nailed it yesterday for massive gains, right? It boomed up. Look, it's still holding pretty much where it was at. So let's take a look at ERGO. ETH got beat to the ground at 1489. Can almost say that this was it and it fell to the downside. I mean, it's a bearish day, you know. Go back to ES1. Why ES1? Because it's the leading indicator of the market, everyone, whether you like to believe it or not. So you do have the bullish divergence now. Look at that. Swing up to swing up, swing down to swing down. We'll see. We're battling it out, and we're acting pretty slow. ETH is taking a beat down, though. I'll tell you that right now. ETH is taking a beat down. Good day to maybe buy some ETH long term, in my humble opinion. You know, just take a little nibble for Ethereum. Look at that dump. And let's take a look now. I mean, ETH broke down. That's a symmetrical triangle that broke to the downside, hands down. Look at that. That broke the trend line now, for sure. So now you're looking for a bearish retest on a smaller time frame. So you're oversold in the 15. What it will do is the 15 will try to get back up. All right. And if it can get back in, you're safe. If it can't, you're going to bearishly retest to the downside. You may even just end up making a bit of a flag here. And that's why I flag it out, just like I'm flagging things bearish. You know, and that will come back up. You want to look at your 1 hour time frame, and the 1 hour looks like you could pump back up. 4 hour could head. See, you're in indecision now. So now I'm going to look at E3S. Look at the pump it had. Ugly channel, though, and you can't kick yourself for missing moves like this. It was like, I mean, it's kind of, you know. End of the day, if you keep it completely simple, though, and you're like, all right, well, we had low stochastics, and we had lack of bearish momentum, you know. So, measured move is the length of the pole, and you just played it. But that's something like it could have been either way, and you're still getting affected by the ETH merge. You know what I mean? So there's a lot of, to me, it's like another sketchy kind of day, like a CPI data day. You know, look at that. I mean, that also looks like a descending triangle, and the daily's getting pretty high. So let's give the market some time to breathe after the ETH merge. Okay, I'm not going to force any trades right now. I don't see anything that's absolutely wondrous. ABBC looked good to me. A few other things look good to me. You know, long on Bitcoin, we did get the V-shaped recovery. We seem to get back inside this pattern. Can we hang out? You know, can we stay inside this trend line? It's important that this trend line holds. This bullish divergence looks like it may want to play out too. So, again, I made a very bold call for Bitcoin, but I'm doing it on the 4 hour and the 22 hour. And I'm, you know, trying to get my mind off the smaller time frames. I'm focused on the bigger time frame. So I am expecting a move for Bitcoin back to the upside of this channel. That's what I'm looking for here. All the way up to this circle here. That's what I'm looking for. All right. And I'm sticking to it. Again, I'm going to watch the smaller time frames, and I could be wrong. And the smaller time frames are going to let me know. So because I watch every 5 hours, I'll end up looking at the 7 or the 5, and I'll see something that's going to change my tune. And I'll be able to say, everyone, I don't think that, you know, that original prediction will play out. We may have to switch long here, and I'll get the signal to switch. To switch short. I will get the signal to switch short. My brain will be the signal. I'll be able to see how price action reacts to this area. So, and that's what you want to be as a trader. You want to be able to have two plans, and you want to wait for confirmation of one of those indications. And then when you get one, ready to move. All right. I traded right now because I bought into the red wick. I want to buy into redness. I want to buy into dumpage. I want to buy into fear. Fear is your best chance to buy in. Like this nasty wick here. See what we're feeling here? We were feeling the same way down here. It didn't feel good. It was nasty. It was like everything was dumping. Same suggestion here. So you got to buy these dumps. And look, this was a beautiful channel one day. Everyone was happy. And the 22-hour just fell out the sky. And if you go back in time, everyone was freaking out down here. And this didn't look too good. And people were bearish, right? And you would have seen me on a live saying, I'm going to buy this 7-minute in this red. And you'd be like, this guy's out of his mind. And I'm like, I'm buying this divergence in the 7. And it would look just like what we're doing now. And I'm not guaranteeing what I'm doing now is going to play out. But what I'm saying is, what I'm saying is to me, there's really no other way. You either get into these nasty positions when things are when things are really hardcore, or you're playing you're playing on the opposite end. So I'm either getting into the red for a long, or I'm getting out of a long on the green. And I'm also telling you that I put a very, very small amount of money. For most, a regular trade for me might be $5,000, $3,000. This trade was under $1,000, a very small trade. I just wanted to test the waters. And honestly, if this trade plays out and it starts to turn green, I'm going to add to it. I'm going to add another $500. And eventually it may end up being a $2,000 to $3,000, maybe even a $4,000 position, depending on how I feel about the position. I'm going to ladder in as we feel. Look at this bounce we're getting here for Bitcoin now. Look at that candle. Look at that bounce candle. See if we can get a real big bounce back to the upside. That's an indecision doji right now. And Bitcoin is battling now this previous resistance. Now you have resistance for Bitcoin at 19,800. So if Bitcoin can't get back above and hold a candle at 19,008, right? That's, 20K really. I mean, you got to get back above 20K to remain bullish. So here's our previous big area. If Bitcoin can't break back above 20,555, expect more downside. That's simple as that. As simple as that to me. So that's Bitcoin in a bit of a nutshell, everybody. I'm watching this symmetrical triangle on the 22-hour and the 4-hour time frame for a bounce back to the top of the channel, and I'm sticking to it. I'm watching the smaller time frames for confirmation of either a bearish retest or support bounces. And you can learn a lot from just that alone, in my humble opinion. We stay above this POC, all right, or we get back above it, and we don't get rejected by it, we will bounce back to the next one, all right? And that's just how price action works. U.S. tether dominance taking a bit of a pump to the upside, but also, look, getting overbought on the 4-hour. To me, it's in the symmetrical triangle, and it's about to get spent, come up here, and come back down. That's going to be Bitcoin's move to the upside. If you flip this chart upside down, this is Bitcoin's chart. See? They're the complete opposite of each other. Understand how to trade, how to use inverse assets to understand where the market may be going for you. Give yourself a little more indication of what's happening. Take a look at Bitcoin dominance. If Bitcoin dominance pumps back up, when Bitcoin pumps back up, and it looks like we want to pump back up on the 4-hour time frame, while U.S. tether dominance wants to dump down on the 4-hour time frame. This is another indication that it's looking that we're going to get a pump for Bitcoin. When Bitcoin pumps, tether dominance dumps, while Bitcoin dominance pumps. And we're getting the juxtaposition that I look for. All right? Thank you for the lovely 700 likes. You are the best lifer family. When Bitcoin goes to $1 million, it won't matter if you bought at 20 or 12K. I agree. Let's take a look at CAT. I'm pretty sure, did I look at CAT? I want to make sure I did. I'm pretty sure I looked at Cambria, right? 4-hour getting oversold. It's still in this falling wedge, right? It's challenging, just like Bitcoin, right? They're wicking down, trying to get people out of a position. Extremely oversold. I mean, these are where you buy. Like, I can't tell you what to do, but this is where the opposite end of a trade is, right? You can't buy big green candles. So if you can't buy giant green candles, then if I can't buy giant green candles, then what can I buy? I can buy red ones. You know what I mean? So everybody, thank you so much for being here. Please comment, like, and subscribe. Hit the bell for notifications so you can find out when I post my next video. And remember, if you came to the channel, then you're already doing the right thing. All right? Thank you so much for being here. Thank you so much for supporting the channel. From my whole team, from everybody here, Laura Flippin Jackson, Love Learning, CNC Ireland, everybody here, Gregory the Sniper, and Stack McChange, Roddy Robinson, and all the beautiful people out here that want to stay positive and just keep positivity in their life. If you're always going to grasp positivity, I love you. I can't touch negativity in any way, shape, or form. Even if it's confused negativity, if you're living in fear, you got to get out of it. You know what I'm saying? If you're living in fear, you got to push through. Shout out to each and every one of you for being here. Roddy Robinson, I love you. Stack McChange, I love you. CNC Ireland, Gregory the Sniper, and each and every one of you who supports me daily. Love Learning, of course. And thank you so much for each and every one of you. I'll see you all tomorrow on the next live stream. We did it. I don't know how we did 3 live streams in 24 hours. Shout out to everybody that supported me through this entire marathon of the ETH merge. We're going to get through it together, I promise. And this market's iffy, up and down. We're going to also get through this market one day at a time. You don't have to trade every single day, but you do have to learn something every single day. Everyone, thank you so much for being here. I love you all. Words cannot express my gratitude. I'll see you on the next live stream. Please comment, like, and subscribe. Life is for life. Thank you. God bless you all. Have a wonderful day. Shout out to East Jordan in the house. East Jordan, my man. Shout out to East Jordan in the house. Bang, bang, bang.